Good morning, guys. It's 4:25:18, and I'm back here to teach you guys how to make some money. Trying to help a friend of mine, but he doesn't. He's like one of those people that doesn't listen, that knows everything. So every suggestion I try to give him, he has an excuse why he can't do it or whatever. So I found a way that he can get a loan to start up because he says he doesn't have money, he doesn't have a job, etc. And it's something called Moneyline Plus, where they help people build credit and they give you like a next day $500 loan. And so yeah, I tried to put him onto that, and he was like, $500 isn't a lot of money. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. So then I tried to teach him about compound interest. I think we talked about that in the last video. So that has given me this was I think this was last week I had a conversation with him, and that was where we left off. So then I just decided to prove him wrong. So yeah, this was last week I started doing this just to prove him wrong. I put $500 into my Binance account, started trading with it. Um it's up to like, where is it at now? 680. So I made $180 from that 500. Um but I realized it would have been better to film that from the start, so that's why I'm going to take profit now. And I started back with $500, and I'm going to trade this thing for a whole year. This $500, and this is the goal. $114,000. $114,000 in 365 days, with just making at the minimum 1.5% a day. And as you could see, I did, I don't even think it was, I don't even think it took me 7 days to get $180 profit. But I did what I should have done in 21 days, in less than a full week. So we're gonna start over. I'm going to withdraw this, and I'm in profit now. That's why it keeps going. It keeps going up. This is where I got in at, and the reason I picked this entry point, and I just bought this, not too long ago, hour or two ago. And then I was like, oh dang, I should have filmed that. That would have been good. But I'm just getting used to doing YouTube, so bear with me. But the reason I picked this entry point is I had some in cash from earlier in the week. I was up here, and then it started to dip, basically. You can see here where this MACD crosses, right? And you can see where this RSI is getting weaker. So I closed my trade, and then I took profit. As you saw, I put it in USD Tether, and then I'm back. I was holding $500 worth, and then down here where you see this RSI, I always look for this RSI to be either oversold excuse me, oversold or overbought. When the RSI, relative strength index, is above 70, it's overbought. When it's below 30, it's oversold. And so when this move happened and the RSI came down here and it was oversold, that caught my attention. Now I wouldn't get in here, right? What I'm going to look for is for the price to come back to this price, this point where it was oversold at. Now, when the price comes back, you could see it took a few hours for the price to come back. When the price came back and the RSI did not come back, then I know this downward move is losing strength. Can you guys see that? The price went below where it was before, but the strength did not go as low. It's losing strength. So this is where I decided to get in. And I missed the wick. I was getting my son ready for school. And I just did a market order. I didn't like try and, get a specific price. I just did a market order. And because I knew it's going to go up. So a lot of times I don't really try to split hairs. It's not really that serious for me. But yeah, so I got in here where this center line is, and then above is the green is profit. And, and the red is deficit or loss. But I'll probably hold this. I'll hold this position until I see again another time where it's overbought and it comes outside of this 70 range, outside of this purple range on the RSI, right? And then what I'll do is I'll still wait until the price comes back. Now, once I see the price come back, I'm going to compare on the RSI and see where the strength is. If the strength is less when the price comes back, then I'm going to close my position because I'm going to say, okay, it's losing its strength to go up. Now it's time to close my position. And that's basically, I use RSI. That's basically what I use to find my entries and my exits. And it's a solid strategy. I mean, it works for me most of the time. Sometimes you don't, there is no entry point like this. This could have came down here and I'd be waiting for it to come back and it just wouldn't come back. It would just go up and then I would just be out waiting for another entry point. So, it's not always 100%, but that's why I say it takes patience. And some trades you just have to pass on because, me waiting for it to come back, and if it doesn't come back, I might FOMO in, right, and just buy in and say, oh, I don't want to miss out on this money. And then it could come back, over here, and I would lose money. So just be patient. Don't be afraid to leave money in the market. You don't have to get every single dollar from the market. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if there was no trade setups today. If I came here and sat here 8, 10, 12 hours or kept checking and I didn't see what I'm looking for, then I'm just not going to place a trade, period. It's that simple. But so that's where I'm at. You guys can track that. Write it down, mark it down. Price I got in at was $0.04. Price I got in at was 04. This is in cents. This is in US dollars. What I did was a spread chart. They don't have Encash USD on TradingView, but I did contact them and ask them to add it, so they added it to the wish list. But you can do what's called a spread chart, and so I typed in Encash BTC. You add the star, and then you go BTC USD, and that basically bridges the gap between Encash and USD. And some people just trade straight, against BTC. Some people like to trade against USD. I'm partial to USD. I like to trade against USD because I want to know the dollar amount value that I'm getting versus the Bitcoin amount. Some people are just trying to, gain as much Bitcoin as they can because they're so long on Bitcoin. They're thinking years in the future. They want to have so much Bitcoin. And so that's all they do is they trade, whatever coin to try to get more Bitcoin. Me, I'm in and out a lot, so I'm worried about dollar value because I'll cash this out and send it to Forex and then trade Forex, 1 week, and then send that money back to this cryptocurrency market and trade crypto the next week. But you guys follow along. You can witness history. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, if you like the idea. Give us a thumbs down if you don't. Leave us some comments. Engage us in the comments section. Ask questions if you have them. We'll answer. And subscribe and click the notification bell. And I'll be keeping you guys updated every day.